channel. I hope you guys are really well. It's currently Monday morning and I don't really know what I'm gonna film this week. I have been debating filming a morning routine, but then I thought I don't know if you guys really want to see that. I know a lot of you come here for my dog grooming sort of info, but I do like to film a weekly vlog because they're things that I enjoy filming myself and I like watching. So I think I'm gonna film a few days with me. It's an admin day today, so I normally just get back to clients. I do some of my studies because I'm doing my holistic dog grooming course, so I'll go through some of that today. We've also got some house viewings, and then I'll probably film a few days grooming this week. It's absolutely boiling in the UK. I think we're currently having a heat wave. I'm so grateful that I'm not working today because I honestly, it's already too hot. It's like 11:30, it's too hot for me, let alone the dogs in the salon. So grateful I've got today off. I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine. I am a sun worshipper, I love the sun. So I'm just gonna pick the camera up as I go. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, leave a comment like always. I love connecting with all of you and I hope you all have a lovely week. Hopefully this will go up on Sunday. I have been trying to post on Wednesdays, but I think realistically every other Wednesday is better for me, just with like I run a business as well, not just YouTube, so that's kind of important. It's so lovely outside. So without further ado, let's get into this vlog and I will catch you guys a bit later. My camera, but I've just had some lunch. I made myself a really light salad because my appetite is like non-existent. I think it's just because it's hot. But I've been reading what's it called? Period Power, the book. And in it she's saying like different points in your cycle your appetite is basically going to go. So I've been tracking my cycle at the moment to kind of figure out what that was. I had a little salad. I should have shown you guys, but I completely forgot because the past week I've just been dealing with real bad, like, I don't know if it's anxiety or stress, I'm not sure. By the way, I'm not naked, I have a top on. And I get this thing where I become like hyper aware of my breath and it's really infuriating. I've got it right now and it feels like I can't breathe properly. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like an obsessive thing, I don't know if it's an anxiety thing, I don't know if it's something to do with my cycle, but it's really frustrating. So I like just had my lunch quietly in the lounge trying to kind of control my breath. Hasn't really worked, but that's what I feel like I have to do. It says on Google to focus on the out breath rather than the in breath, but it's just really uncomfortable. But I'm hoping I see like a pattern in my cycle and it's to do with my hormones and it's all fine. But apart from that, I still need to write an essay. I'm blooming boiling hot, it's so warm. And I'm sunburnt on my chest, that's from yesterday. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little catch up for you guys. I'm gonna head over to where Sam works in a moment because we've got another house viewing this evening. This house is absolutely stunning. I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. So I'm gonna get some video footage. It's in an old Victorian house again, which I'm obsessed with. So stunning. So I'm ready to show you guys that one. And then we've got another one on Friday. So this week we've got two viewings that we really like the look of, and they're big possibilities. They're big ones. They're ones that we would definitely pick to live in. So yeah, it's a big week. So I'll take you along with me on that in just a minute. But I thought I'd just catch you up on my day. I hope you're doing really good. And I'll speak to you guys when we're at the house viewing. morning, lovely people. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back with my black smoothie. I hope you're all doing really good. I am grooming today. I haven't got many dogs today because we're having a heat wave and it gets way too hot in the garage. I have no windows, no aircon, so it's just not fair for the dogs to obviously come in when it's about 26 degrees outside and then me blast a hairdryer on them. So we've got a shorter day just to protect the welfare of the dogs and make sure I'm not causing unnecessary heat stroke to any of them, because that would be absolutely traumatizing for both me and them. So we've got a bit of a shorter day. First dog, Pep's, coming in for a full groom, and then we've got a husky, and I probably won't be able to film her. Her mum needs to stay the whole time, so yeah. But apart from that, we have another chit chat with a mortgage advisor today, which is going to be really, really interesting. So if you're a first time buyer or you're purchasing a new home, hopefully I can give you some insight on what she tells us later on, because quite frankly, we don't really know what we're doing. But that house viewing yesterday, what did you guys think? I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so gorgeous and so perfect. But obviously, when you're looking for a house with someone else, you both have to love it. And I just had this feeling. Sam said he liked it. He said it was his second favourite because his first favourite was one we did make an offer on, and then the next day I woke up and I was like, I don't like it. I preferred the one that we seen yesterday. It's really difficult because I prefer the older Victorian English houses. I think they're really cosy and really homely, whereas Sam cannot see past something looking old. Like, if it isn't all up together immediately, he's like, I'm out. So it's not difficult, but it's just more challenging because we both have different ideas. We both have very similar ideas, but we both have different ideas at the same time. So we've got one more viewing on Friday for one that we both like the look of, so that might be more ideal. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with my day. I'll probably capture some of my dogs and I will speak to you guys a bit later.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if
Guys, let me just show you the reality. I have just done a husky. This is currently what my room looks like.
even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing really well. I'm sorry we're only just catching up today, but I didn't have that many dogs because it was warm. So my last dog was a husky. Oh, I've just seen a really cute dog out the window. My last dog was a husky, and huskies can be a little bit aloof, and on the last session she seemed really stressed. So this time her mum come down, and I was so grateful. I'm really grateful to have clients that are really, really understanding and actually like put the dog's needs first. So she come down and helped with that. And then me and Sam had a second meeting with a second mortgage advisor. So I would highly recommend this to anyone that's a first time buyer or looking to get a house. So we've only spoke to one mortgage advisor, and then today we went and spoke with another one, and it was so much more informative. We know a ton more. We've sorted out our solicitor. We know the process of actually putting an offer in and looking more attractive to sellers. It was so much more informative, and I really think we benefited from it. It was free. She was able to search a lot more lenders than the person that we initially went to, and it was just really eye-opening. It's just really changed things for us, but it has kind of like thrown a spanner in the works because now we need to start making some decisions, and it's just so hard to decide. I mean, we are so fortunate to be able to pick places that we want to live. Like, I'm so grateful that we're even in this position, but it is really hard trying to pick where you want to live and what's going to be your house. We have one more meeting on Friday for a new development, so hopefully that goes well, because that's quite a lot under our budget, so it would leave us with a bit more money to spend on like things like a sofa. Good evening, everybody. Sorry we're only just catching up. It's Wednesday, I believe. I've had a really hot and very busy day of dogs. I had 4 dogs today. I don't know if I mentioned in other videos, if I do 4 dogs, I kind of plan it quite strategically. So I do dogs that take a shorter period of time rather than 4 2-hour dogs, just because it breaks your back. So I've had a really busy day of dogs. I wanted to make sure I get everyone in. So this week I've bumped everyone up an hour just because it's really hot. Today's been humid, as you can probably tell from my hair. It's like, when it's like this, it doesn't go nice waves, it just goes big, and it just seems to keep getting bigger. Like, this started off as a really nice curl and now it's just straight and fuzzy. It's very annoying. It's about 6, half 6 now. I've done a huge deep clean of the salon, which I will pop up on Wednesday, so you guys will be able to watch that as well. I just had such a hairy few days. Yesterday I had a husky, and then today I had a husky collie cross, so it's just been so hairy. So I did a big deep clean. My back is officially broken today, so I think I'm gonna have a big yoga session this evening, which would be really nice. Just pop some tunes on, but I'm gonna wait till it gets cooler, because I have this thing where I just hate being hot. Like, I've been so put off going to the gym the past week because it's warm, and that sounds really silly because I know, like, you go to the gym and you get sweaty, but I hate being hot. I'm quite a warm person anyway. Like, I'm boiling hot all of the time, so then to make myself more hot is just really uncomfortable. Sorry, my back. Oh. But I'm just going to spend this evening typing up the end of my essay, which is about multi-dog salons. I don't know if to do a little vlog about it because it's so interesting. It's basically about how to make a multi-groomer dog salon more holistic, which I think is so interesting, because I feel so many holistic groomers, even myself, work alone because it essentially works better for the dogs. But so many of us work in a salon. I'm going back into a salon where it's going to be me and another stylist. So I just really enjoyed writing the essay because I think it is possible, and I think with the right people, with the right mindset, yeah, you can create a really nice environment. So I think I might do another video on that, because I think that'd be really helpful for anyone that does have a salon with more than one person. You know, when you've been working with hairy dogs and you just get like phlegm in your throat all day. I've worn a mask all day, but still in there. I'm just gonna have a really chilled evening. I feel really tired, but I think it's because it's so hot. Essay, I'm gonna set a timer for an hour. 6:33, I'm gonna do an hour of writing, and then probably put my jacket potato in and have a little stretch while that's cooking.
Recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a full day of dogs. First in, I had Otis. He had missed quite a few appointments just down to weather and sickness, so he did have a few little mats in his tail. So to remove them, I coat his tail in the iGroom coat conditioning spray. This is one of my favourites. and then I use my blue slicker to just tease that out really gently. If they are really tight, I will go in with my shears to try and separate them, or I'll just use some chunkers just to actually get rid of the matting. Then we just pop him in the bath, soap him all up, and let him soak in that shampoo for 5 minutes. I find this really helps the coat get super clean, and they smell pretty clean afterwards as well. With all of the curly coats, I always wet brush. This just helps separate the coat, so when you dry it, it's less likely to get tangled and matted. Otis is honestly such an angel. I've groomed him since he was 12 weeks old, and he's just a joy to groom. Next in, I had Akira. Akira had a really traumatic experience with a groomer, so they come to me on the terms that they were finding it quite hard and just wanted a different approach. So I was really excited that they asked me. Something that we've discovered is she's absolutely petrified of the hairdryer, so this time I asked the clients to wash her and dry her at home, just let her air dry the day before, so then the session was a lot calmer, and I cannot tell you how different it went. We have to remember these dogs are coming in just to be practical. They're coming in to get comfortable. It's not a fashion, it's not to be artistic, it's just for comfort, and I think that often gets forgotten. The last two I had were Vinny and Nelly. They're both rescues. Hasn't Vin got like the happiest face you've ever seen? He just constantly looks like he's smiling. They are such sweet souls, absolute pleasure to groom. They both go really short and smooth, so I normally clip the coat before I bathe them. If they are going silky smooth all over, it just takes down drying time. There's no point in drying a coat that is just going to get shaved off. Nelly did have quite a few big chunks of matting around her face, but her owner was completely aware and was very happy with me to remove them. Obviously, if we leave matting in, it can restrict blood flow, it can hide any sort of lumps and bumps, and it can stay damp, so it can actually be quite dangerous. So it's important we do remove them. I always show the dogs the mats after. I don't know if anyone else does this.
Good evening, everybody. It's about 50 degrees in my car. It's so hot right now. I don't want to complain because I absolutely love the sun. I literally live for summer. This is my favourite time of year, but it is absolutely roasting. As you just seen, I had a full day of doggos. It was a pretty chilled day. I finished up early, so moved everyone forward again just because it's so hot and I just don't want to cause the dogs to get heat stroke. Anyway, I had a little stretch in the garden, and then I'm heading to Sam's because we're going to have dinner with his Nana and Pops, which would be really sweet. So they live right on the beach, which is absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to head down there this evening, spend some time with them, probably pick up some strawberries or something in M&S to take with us. And yeah, just have a bit of a chilled night. I just got the news that one of the houses that we were viewing, it was a new build, has been sold. But I just don't feel stressed. I feel like the right house for us is there and it's waiting and it's going to come at the right time. So they told us and I was like, it's fine. It wasn't for us then, if that's the case. But yes, that's how house hunting's going currently. I need to leave because this car is like an actual sauna. It's so hot, and my hair today, it's really annoying me. Where my natural colour's coming through at the back, it just goes straight, so the front bit goes really curly and then the back is just straight and it looks horrible. Just looks like, it looks like straw at the back, and then the front looks like quite nice, like beach waves. The struggles. Like, my hair is not dead straight or dead curly, so it's just like blah in the middle. Anyway, let's go before I melt in the car, and I will see you guys later. Okay, so I've got back from the gym, I did a food shop, and I am like shaky. I have quite low blood pressure anyway, so I have to be super mindful of how often I'm eating because I get shaky, which is currently what I've got now. Completely my fault. Hadn't eaten very much, went to the gym with just a coffee, finished my gym session early because I was like, had the shakes, probably because I had caffeine on an empty stomach, then did a big food shop. Quickly have eaten something, but so this is something I don't really talk about that much because I don't like bringing attention to it. It's kind of something that my hypnotherapist said, like the more you talk about something, whether it be good or bad, the more you're going to think about it. But I feel like this is really important to share, and I'm at quite a good stage mentally with being able to deal with this sort of thing, so I feel not so bad talking about it, but at this moment it still feels scary. So I don't really feel myself when I feel anxious, because obviously I don't feel that confident, but it's always when I don't feel anxious that I think I should document it because it's going to help someone. It's going to help someone that's in the same situation. About that, me and Sam have officially made an offer on an apartment, which is mega exciting, but I feel so dizzy and lightheaded right now I feel like I can't get excited. But I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I'd get panic attacks around food, and sometimes I still get triggered now. So there's certain times, especially in my cycle, which I've been tracking, I notice I'm a lot more anxious, and they're the times that I would never go to like a big event or like a restaurant or like eat in front of people because I know certain things trigger me. I think it's like anything, like say you were an alcoholic and you had a sip of alcohol, that could like trigger you back into becoming an alcoholic. Does that make sense? So with me, it could be anything from like smells or sounds. Like when I was little, the sounds of knife and forks used to like trigger my panic attacks. But other things are things like if I don't eat enough and I get really lightheaded and dizzy. They're kind of the symptoms that I would have if I had a panic attack or I was anxious. So I felt like that today because I hadn't eaten enough, and then it triggered a panic attack. So I went to eat my sushi and I had a panic attack, but I got through it and I managed to eat it, which is massive. And a few years ago, that sort of trigger would have triggered me for like a week. I would have not been able to eat for like a week. But I'm still feeling really lightheaded. I've just had loads of water. I put some salt in my water, that seems to help me when I feel dizzy. And I had some sweets and some celery and some guacamole and some salsa. So I just have had some bits to obviously hopefully put me back up. But it just really proves to me how important it is for me personally to eat quite regularly. I normally eat like every 2 hours. Not like big meals, but I just snack quite a lot. But I thought I'd just open up about that because I know people suffer with anxiety, and when I first was on this like journey of healing, I thought I was absolutely messed. I thought that there was something seriously wrong with me, and there isn't. I think everyone gets anxious at some point, but it's just how you're able to deal with things, and also becoming aware. Like it took me ages to become aware of symptoms and triggers, and becoming aware of the voice inside my head and all of that. But I don't want this to be like a negative space, but I just feel like that's important to talk about. I'm gonna go have a really nice shower because that's something that typically really helps me. I don't know if anyone has like a routine if they are anxious. Like there's certain things that help me. So I do naturally want to stay in bed if this happens. I just want to like hide away from the world. But getting outside is really good. Going by the sea really, really helps me. I also have some like silly things that I just do if I'm anxious. So I watch something funny. Taskmaster is a big one. I either watch Taskmaster, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or I listen to Sophie and Cinzia on their podcast. They're all things that kind of make me feel good and put me in like a different headspace. I also will have a bath. It's too hot to have a bath, so I'm going to have a really nice shower. I feel like that can just like wash away energy. That's what it kind of feels like when you have a shower. It's just like washing away negative energy. And then I always see Sam. Sammy, my boyfriend, is the calmest, most patient, understanding, just lovely human. And whenever I am with him, my anxiety goes. Whenever, without a doubt, my anxiety will go if I'm with him. So I'm gonna have a chilled evening, and then I'm gonna drive to his, and I'm just gonna cuddle into him. because his energy is so good. It is literally infectious. You feel so good when you're around him. I wish I could take like his energy and distribute it to people, because it's just the best, literally the best thing.